Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to revise the logarithms in Maths Paper 2. On the last video I uploaded the solutions of the questions that were extracted from Maths Paper 1. So today we are going to cover logarithms question in Maths Paper 2. So we are going to revise this question that was in November 2012 first. It is reading express log base 5 of x plus 1 minus log base 5 of 2x as a single logarithm. So you need to know the logarithm rules. If we are subtracting, we divide. So this is how we are going to cover this question. We factor out log base 5 so that we divide x plus 1 over 2x. So this is how we are going to answer the first part of the question. If we are subtracting, we divide. If we are adding, we multiply, right? That is the rule. And then on part 2, we are now required to solve the equation log base 5 of 2x plus 1 minus log base 5 of 2x is equal to 1. So what we are going to do here, we have already combined this expression into 1. We now want to solve the equation log base 5 of 2x plus 1 over 2x is equal to 1. So in order to remove the log, we need to raise this base to the power of answer. So we say 5 to the power of 1 is equal to x plus 1 over 2x. So want now to solve this equation. Here we are going to multiply by 2x, and also this side we are going to multiply by 2x. 2x times 5 we get 10x, and then this 2x into this 2x we get 1. We are now having 10x is equal to x plus 1. We shift this x to the other side, it is going to be subtracted. So 10x minus x we get 9x, and we say 9x is equal to 1. After that we divide both sides by 9 so that our x is going to be equal to 1 over 9. So this is how you get all the 4 marks on this question that was in November 2012. So we can now proceed to the next question. So the next question, it was in November 2018. It was reading, show that log 3x plus 1 plus log x minus 3 is equal to 1 reduces to 3x squared minus 8x minus 13 is equal to 0. So the first step is of combining this expression into 1. If we are adding, we multiply. So we say log base 10, and then we multiply 3x plus 1 times x minus 3. This is equal to 1. This is the first step. And then the second step, we now need to remove this log. We are going to raise 10 to the power of 1, and we say it is equal to 3x plus 1 times x minus 3. And then after that we expand. 3x times x we get 3x squared. 3x times minus 3 we are going to get minus 9x. And then 1 times x we get plus 1x. And then 1 times minus 3 we get minus 3. We shift 10 to the other side, it is going to be subtracted. So 0 is equal to 3x squared. And then here we say we're supposed to write x here, because if we say 1 times x we get 1x, minus 9x plus 1x we get minus 8x, and then minus 3 minus 10 we get minus 13. So this is going to be the first part of the question. This is how you get the first 3 marks on this question. And then on part 2, hence solve the equation 3x squared minus 8x minus 13 is equal to 0, giving your answers correct to 1 decimal place. So whenever you are solving quadratic equation and you are required to estimate your answers, you need to know that it is the time to apply the quadratic formula. You need to know the quadratic formula by head because it is not provided in your exam. You're supposed to know it by head, and usually it is going to carry out 5 marks. So make sure that you are ready to take all the 5 marks in your maths paper 2. So here I'll write down the quadratic formula. It says x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So you need to know what is going to be your a, your b, your c. So a is 3. A is the coefficient of x squared, and then the b is going to be minus 8 because it is the coefficient of x squared, right? And then the c is negative 13. So we now need to put this into the formula. So let me show you. So we now say minus 8, it is going to give us positive 8, right? So we now have 8 plus or minus b squared, it is minus 8 squared, right? So it is going to be minus 8 squared here, minus 4 times on a, we substitute 3. And then on C, we are going to substitute minus 13. This is all over 2a, which is 2 times 3. So we are going to have 6 here. And then we solve what is inside the bracket. If we say minus 8 squared plus minus 4 times 3 times minus 13, negative times negative, it is positive. And then the answer that we are going to get plus 64, we are going to get 220. So we now write 8 plus or minus square root of 220 all over 6. And then after that, we now say either our x is 8 plus square root of 220 over 6, or it is going to be 8 minus square root of 220 over 6. We need to punch this on the calculator. So we are going to get our answer is 3.8 if we round correct to 2 decimal places. And then this one, it is going to give us negative 1.1. I'm punching this on the calculator. So these are going to be our final answers. Either x is 3.8 or it is negative 1.1. So this is how we are going to answer the second part of the question that was in November 2018. We can now proceed to the next question. So this question, it was in November 2017. Solve the equation log base x of 81 is equal to 2. So for us to remove the log, we are going to raise base to the power of answer. So we write x squared is equal to 81. And we want to find the value of x. So to remove to the power of 2, we are going to multiply both sides by to the power of half. So here we also multiply by to the power of half. Here we are now having x is equal to, and 81 to the power of half, it is the same as saying the square root of 81. So our x is going to be equal to 9. We know that the square root of 81 is plus or minus 9. But in this case, we are only going to take the positive because we don't have the base that is negative. So we write our answer is x is equal to 9. So this is how we answer the question that was in November 2017. Let us answer this question. This was in June 2016. It is saying if log base x of 27 is equal to 1.5, find x. So in this question, in order to remove the log, we are going to raise base to the power of answer. So we write that x to the power of 1.5 is equal to 27. And then we rewrite 1.5 in fraction. 1.5 is equal to 3 over 2. So we now write x to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to 27. And then after that, in order to remove, to make x the subject of formula, we need to multiply both sides by to the power of 2/3. So here we are going to say to the power of 2/3 also. These 3 cancel this 3, these 2 cancel this 2. So we now have x is equal to, we apply the fractional law of indices. We say the cube root of 27 to the power of 2. So the cube root of 27, it is 3. 3 to the power of 2, we get our x is 9. So this is how we solve this question that was in June 2016. We are going to end here today. This was the final question I have compiled. Thank you so much for following me on this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share my videos. If you want to join my WhatsApp classes, I run them every day in the evening from Monday to Friday. And I teach maths and combined science. It is $10 per month per subject. Right now, we are now doing the revision. We are done with the syllabus. So every day, we revise the questions from past papers. I give them mock exams, which they write and we revise together. I also mark the work, correcting them. So I hope you are going to join also the WhatsApp classes.